Hi, I thought I'd do a little video of my gardening tools. This is just for basic weeding and you know, just the hand tools. And what we've got there is a new purchase. I used one of my customers, the Spear & Jacks in, I think, Never Bend. Yep, they call it Never Bend. Wire rake, which is good for pulling through like borders to clear leaves and stuff through. So we haven't had a decent one of them for quite a while, so thought I'd treat myself to one of them. So I got that, was new yesterday. A Spear & Jackson spade I've had years and years and years. It never bends, it's a metal handle, that's a good spade. 2 Fiskars wide leaf rakes. They're really good for the leaf season. I've found them to be about the best rake there is for leaf clearing. So yeah, I've got 2 of them. They're quite new purchase as well. I had 2 before, but they wore out. We'd had them about 3 years, so they've worn out. Then you go to the Garten Connect stuff. There's a broom end on that, there's a rake end on that. I've got some other stuff in the trug, I'll show you that in a minute. There's a trug, always handy to have trugs. That's not actually our one, but we've got one just the same as the customers. Gloves, which I just buy these from Poundland or Screwfix or wherever. They're about £1.50, £1.50 at the most at most places, but I give them Poundland, buy them 4 or 5 in a go. And just you mainly use them. I don't really use any other gloves apart from the disposables. When I'm weeding this time of the year, I use disposable because it just keeps your hands clean. And if there's any animal mess or anything in there, you're safe in that as well. So this time of the year, I just use disposables, keep my hands clean, and I can wear them underneath them. They get wet, and the hand will still be dry. So they're the ones I use. Powder free. They're about £6-7 a box for 100. My grabbers, leaf grabbers, was handy for picking up weeds and all that as well, if you put a pile of leaves together. We moved on to our trug and bucket. 2 kneeling pads, which we're going to be using in a minute. Entertainment, a radio. I've had quite a while to do another radio actually. I've got ear defenders that should really be in there. Some Garten shears. A little cutter, a little saw, a Fiskars one. That's all right. Getting a little bit blunt now. I might replace that at some point. What else we got? We've got peanut butter cup, skinny latte syrups. It's my partner's. It's not alcohol, don't worry. Yeah, when she has a drink, she just has a coffee and then she adds that to it rather than the sugar. So, but that's nothing to do with the tools, it's just in there. And then we've got a Garten fork. The handle does click off, but it stays on all the time. She uses that all the time. But you can put that on the long pole if you want to, so you could stand up and sort of puggle the soil over. That's the little Garten fork. I've had years, someone give me it. I did a job once, they moved, they give me that brilliant little tool. I love that little fork. Some sort of, they need a bit of a clean actually, they've been muddy lately. Garten little, like for snipping roses and that. Then we've got the hoe end. It fits on the Garten handle. Then 4 pairs of secateurs, but to be honest, they're the only 2 we really use. Them 2 there. They're £10 something delivered. They're Japanese steel off of eBay, and I've been using them quite a lot, and the blade hasn't even got a nick out of it or anything. They're really good for the price, so I bought them. And there's some Fiskars ones. They're okay. The newer Fiskars ones like that weren't quite so good, but they're just in the bucket. Then we just got a standard bucket and trug, so that's about it. We actually never bring a hand fork. I should do really. I haven't actually got one, just one that needs a new handle and an old one. When I go to with forks and spades and shovels, I usually get them from car boot sales because they're the old ones, like the 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s ones, and I find they're so much better made than today's stuff. So that's why I go for them. So yeah, that's about it really. Yeah, we've got the broom there as well, the broom end. So I'm just about set up. I've got a few more Wolf Garten bits and pieces, but I don't always bring them in my greenhouse at home. But that's just my sort of hand tool weeding setup, and I'm about sorted with it really. So yeah, hope that's of some help what we use. Thanks for watching. I'll be along with another video again soon.